I've always been told that I was adopted, and my parents and my grandparents have always really instilled it in me to learn my heritage and where I'm from.
20-year-old Kelli Free was born in China.
She was found at the gate of the bus station.
Yes. At the bus station.
Yeah. This is the old gate.
That's the old gate right there. How about that?
Yeah.
She was found in a cardboard box at a bus stop about 20 miles from the village of Langtian in Guangdong province back in 1996. Her life hasn't been the same since that fateful day. Kelli was 6 months old when she was adopted by a North Carolina couple. They already had a little boy, but wanted more children. They fell in love with Kelli after seeing her picture sent by the Central Adoption Agency in Guangzhou and flew to China to bring her home. Kelli's grandmother, Nelda, still remembers seeing her at the airport for the very first time.
She was tinier than a doll. She had these bright, vivid eyes, and literally she locked in on me. Maybe it was the jewelry, the hair, I don't know what it was, but she reached for me, and it was an instant and permanent bond.
We know that all this came about through God's planning. And I just get very emotional when I think about that.
Kelli's grandparents had promised to take her to China to learn about her homeland once she was old enough. They fulfilled that promise last year, a 3-week journey chronicled in her journal and home videos. They visited famous landmarks, the Great Wall, the Three Gorges Dam, the Panda Reserve in Chengdu, and a tour on the Yangtze River. She learned about the cuisine, the culture, and how to count in Mandarin.
Wait, I missed Bob.
You all right?
Kelli also met some of the children and staff at the orphanage in Lichang, the city where she spent the first few months of her life. Back then, she had a different name.
They called me Mei Feng the entire time, which was really interesting, just because sometimes I wouldn't even realize that they were talking to me.
The people at the orphanage were so forthcoming in telling us about the way it was when she was there and how much things had changed now. And I have a few things that we can look at from our trip to China.
Nelda and Tom have a box full of memories and souvenirs from their trip to China. They often think about what their lives would have been like if Kelli had not been left at that bus stop.
And we would have missed the blessing of ever having her in our life.
Kelli goes to college in North Carolina and is an aspiring artist. She's won numerous awards for her drawings and sketches. Kelli's parents have since divorced, remarried, and Kelli is now part of a larger blended family with younger siblings. She says she's a changed person.
My grandparents had always told me that they would be taking me back, so to actually go and see where I was born really did feel like it came full circle.
You remember that?
Asiye Namdar, CCTV, Greensboro, North Carolina.